China is a powerful and blessed country with abundant resources and a timeline that dates back to more than 250,000 years ago. With China's colorful history comes with a multitude of fascinating cultures, one of which would be Cantonese opera. Cantonese opera is a traditional Chinese art form that consists of singing, acting, acrobatics, and martial arts. Now, do sit back and allow us to lead you in a journey exploring the beautiful realms of Cantonese opera, the one true art of the Chinese. Cantonese opera was imported from the northern part of China and then slowly migrated to the southern province of Guangdong in late 13th century. In the 12th century, there was a theatrical form called Namhei, Southern Opera, which was performed in public theatres of the capital city then. With the invasion of the Mongol army, the emperor fled with thousands of Song people into the province of Guangdong in 1276, including some Namhei artists from the north. Thus Namhei was brought into Guangdong by these artists and developed into the earliest kind of Cantonese opera. Cantonese opera makeup is very unique and difficult to master. The red and white face is the most common type of makeup. The process is: first, apply a white-based foundation to the entire face. Then red rouge is spread across the eye area to the bridge of the nose. Afterwards, the eyebrows are drawn at a sharp upward angle. The eyes are also made to appear long. The lipstick is bright red. The makeup enhances the actors' facial features and explains a lot about their roles. Performers' hairstyles tell a lot about their character's age and status. Male scholars have hats with flaps on each side. Soldiers have simple hats, while generals have helmets with pheasant feathers. Warriors who lost a battle wear a ponytail-like hairstyle. They may swing the long hair in circles to show frustration or grief. Women have to put on pinzi, which are bangs. The characters' hairstyles range according to their social status, from a maid's simple bun to a married woman's jewel-bound long strands on each side. Early Cantonese opera costumes were usually decorated by intricate embroidery. They were made more eye-catching, such as beads and sequins sewn on costumes to glitter under stage lights, making them as lavish as the Peking opera costumes. The colors of the costumes also represented different meanings. Yellow is the imperial color, red symbolizes courage and honor, and black denotes harshness and poverty. A very difficult aspect of Cantonese opera would be the coordination of singing, acting and moving at the same time. Gestures signify each movement with the use of mime and exaggerated body language, one of which would be the use of water sleeves. Water sleeves are used for expressive effect by both males and females in Mun plays. A lot of regular movements like drinking tea and catching a butterfly have a specific gesture in order to let the audience understand. Recent reports have claimed that there is a decline in the popularity of Cantonese opera among the younger generation, due to Western influences such as pop and rap music. However, Miss Susan Zhe, a renowned Cantonese opera actress, thinks otherwise.
No, I don't think so. I think it is creative to have karaoke versions of Chinese operas. The karaoke songs play an important part in promoting the Chinese tradition. The songs are shorter and able to arouse the interests of teenagers nowadays. As they become more familiar with the songs, they may want to see the real performance of Chinese operas, waiting for the songs they know so well to begin. In other words, karaoke versions of Chinese operas are convenient in introducing the Chinese tradition to the younger generation.
Nevertheless, despite Miss Zhe's strong belief in the ever-increasing appreciation of Cantonese opera, she feels that a major problem does exist within modern society.
The problem is that there are not enough good scriptwriters. Scriptwriters have to be culturally educated, have a good knowledge of ancient texts, a strong sense of music, and a very good understanding of Chinese conventions in Chinese operas. Not all operas can consist of excitement and good language at the same time. Though we have a lot of scriptwriters nowadays, unfortunately they are not as culturally educated as they were 30 years ago, posing a great phenomenon to the continuity and improvement of Chinese operas in the near future.
It was right after the Second World War, some 60 years ago, when people from all over the world who came to Hong Kong or passed by Hong Kong went to see Chinese operas. They liked them very much, especially the costumes and makeup. The only regret was that they could not understand the Chinese language. Father Sheridan and a few former students of the Hong Kong Ryan College ventured to put on Chinese plays spoken in English while retaining all the Chinese stage conventions. Originally, these operas in English were meant for introducing some of the Chinese culture to Westerners, but there were Chinese among the audience and they liked the operas too. Cantonese opera in English has added Western elements to the original Chinese opera, which gives it a spark of creativity and turns it into a fusion of Western and Chinese culture, making it all the more interesting. Mr. Wong, what inspired you to become involved in Cantonese opera in English in such a project?
It was like this. Soon after the Second World War, many people came back to Hong Kong, especially Westerners, foreigners. They went to see the Chinese operas on stage, for example, and they appreciated all these stage arts and all that, the beautiful costumes, the gestures and all that. But they were sorry about this, that they were not able to understand the language. And that was the reason why we started to put on Chinese, not operas yet, plays with everything in Chinese way except the language. Then the language was in English. That was our first performance. And if you don't want to know more, we started to put in songs, Chinese songs, typically Chinese songs, but sung in English. That was our second one. And then we carried on with this for over 60 years.
Mr. Wong, how do you feel about fusing Western elements into Chinese opera?
Now, at first, we were putting on this for foreigners, Westerners, but then also the local people, Chinese and all, came to see our play and our operas. They enjoyed this very much, and then they started to ask us to do more and more for charity. We acted many times for the Tonghua hospitals, Olam Kok. Also, outside Hong Kong, we did it for Mount St. Joseph Hospital in Vancouver in Canada. And also, for example, Chinese Cultural Center in Toronto.
We have lost our loves, we are going to die.
But both the ladies love you quite well.
It is he, not I, who must wed the princess.
It's the king, not I, who has ordered this.
Then it must be changed. We must go to the king. Dying is no use. We'll find a way. Listen, and I will tell a story of the moon.
Cantonese opera appears to be a most unique branch of Chinese art. As Chinese people ourselves, we should truly be proud of it. Hong Kong is Asia's world city, an exciting and up-to-date place that has been well known for mixing East with West. By infusing Western elements into the traditional art of Cantonese opera, we are furthermore proving Hong Kong to be a truly international city, combining our Western ideas with our one-of-a-kind, unique Chinese background. Thank you.